So hello there, it's Hils Carmichael, and I have the very great pleasure today of being here with a man who's just punctured me several times with a needle, Oliver Eaton, who is the owner and principal osteopath at Pro-Health Clinic, which I'm visiting at the moment. I've got plantar fasciitis, and Oliver's been really good with helping me to treat that with a pioneering treatment, which is using oxygen or ozone injections. But what was interesting is whilst we're lying on the couch and talking about, well, what do you do and what do you do? Oliver's story is that he had fibromyalgia, and I also use, I do in my resilience-based coaching, I use biofeedback, and it just so happens that Oliver has had a really fantastic experience with that, so he's agreed to capture that. So your head is slightly lower. Should I lower that down a little bit? Okay, so tell me your story about fibromyalgia.
So in my last year of university, I suffered a lot of stress-related symptoms, which turned out to be caused by a lot of gut problems, which actually sent my body into a state of fight or flight. I addressed all the gut problems, but my body was still stuck in that fight or flight. I was experiencing a lot of fatigue, a lot of low resilience to emotional and physical stress. I could barely walk around the block without feeling a hangover type feeling several hours later in the next day. Even as I said to you earlier, I had an interview one day. I didn't move a muscle all day, but the stress from that interview gave me a hangover type feeling for several days. So my resilience to stress was very poor, and it was actually a podcast where I came across the Heartmath and the resilience and coherence training that I thought I'd give anything a go at that time. It was really taking over my life, the symptoms. So it was very hard for me to comprehend actually how something so simple, a little small device and a breathing technique could have such a global effect throughout my body. And after using that for several weeks, from not being able to walk around the block without feeling hangover type feeling, in 3 weeks time I was jogging around my local park and no symptoms several hours later or the next day, and that opened up a whole new world to me in terms of understanding the relationship between actually the autonomics and our resilience, and how a prolonged stressful situation, whether it's emotional, physical, or a gut problem for me, how it can actually cause your body to get stuck in this fight or flight. And all I had to do was reprogram myself out of that, and it was the Heartmath that did that. And it's something that I use as a maintenance now, just to prevent me those symptoms returning. And it's it makes me more aware of the body as well, and aware of what stress can do, both physically and emotionally. So because
you're saying you had candida and leaky gut as well.
Leaky gut, and that was a bit of a slow burner, and according to the nutritionist, had just burnt my adrenal glands out to the point within a 2-week period, they just said, no, I've had enough. And I went to sort of a stage 4, what they called stage 4 adrenal fatigue. I had insomnia, depression, anxiety. I was fainting, having anxiety attacks. That was what the adrenal fatigue and the stress was causing, and that was all caused by just a slow burning stress on my system. And I think that can happen to anyone, whether it's a slow burning emotional stress with work, or, like I said, a gut problem that was long standing for me. But it just showed me the relationship just the gut can have globally throughout the body. So,
but it's not just one size fits all, is it? You've got to look at how you're dealing yourself and how you're dealing with challenges and pressure. As well as eating the right stuff.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, I mean, if you're just doing one thing and not the other, you're only going to get so far, and what you eat, everything you eat, your nutrients you get from your food turn into your brain chemicals. So if you can do all the sort of breathing exercises and resilience training in the world, but if you're not putting the right things into your body, or doing exercise, or just taking time out, you're only going to get so far with that. So you want to try and take the fuel away from the fire first, which I did with my gut, and then deal with the fight or flight, and deal with the stress that put on the body. So
Gosh, that's that's a hell of a lot. And in the work that you do now, I mean, my foot's been getting better and better in the time I've been coming to see you. Can you work in Bedford and also in Harley Street as well? Have you got a typical clientele, or you're kind of he's sort of majoring in ozone therapy?
Yeah, it's most people that have tried everything really. Chronic pain is what I specialise in. So degenerative conditions or painful conditions where people have thrown everything at it, and you know, whether they've thrown physiotherapy or osteopathy, chiropractic, they've not got anywhere with it, or they've only got so far. The ozone therapy is the one thing that can just help, can be the missing piece of the puzzle to just push someone back to 100% recovery really. But it's combined with my osteopathy, looking at the alignment and everything like that, and can be very, very powerful. So it's anyone in chronic pain really.
And one of the tips that you gave me today was that if I check my own I suppose chiropractic side of things, because I've had a bit of sciatica, which has been horrific. Moan. Sorry, I'm not a bloke, so I shouldn't be moaning about that, should I? But you said it's useful to make sure that you're fully aligned, because that can put more stress on the nervous system as well. Oh,
definitely, yeah. It's we're designed to be symmetrical from the left and the right and the front and the back, and if just you're slightly misaligned, that can put actually stress on the nervous system, which can then put, can bring your tolerance to any stressful situation. That can affect your tolerance to any stressful situations, and your resilience to stress that can lower. So it's that's the effect just in alignment and making sure everything's in line, and just general exercise can have on the body in combination with any other resilience coaching really.
Okay, is there any particular sport that if somebody's suffering a little bit you'd recommend for them? Or is something like Pilates?
Yeah,
is that really
Pilates,
good?
yoga. Pilates, I would say, is the best thing. Just especially if you're desk bound at work, or you're not got great postures on the train at work. Pilates is a great thing that you can do either daily, 5 minutes a day, or going to a class once a week, and that can just help bring your posture up. And that is normally
Slouching.
It's normally from about 3 o'clock onwards in the day we start to slouch, and that's when often the damage is done, and the postures can then affect our alignment, and then that can then cause neck pain and headaches. So Pilates is the best thing to keep you upright for the whole day and prevent any stress related conditions like headaches, migraines and stiff shoulders, and all those things that stress can get you down with. So
okay.
Yeah.
Oliver, thanks very much. He's wall to wall with clients, so I'm grateful for that. And if you need his services, he is at Pro-Health Clinic in both Bedford and London. Thanks, Oliver.
Okay.
Cheers.
All right.